every project's going to have some hiccups, some hurdles, some doors that need to stay open, things like that. And the best way to avoid that or stay ahead of it is to pre-plan. A lot of projects I've been on, we have dock doors, we have dumpster doors, we have different things like that that need access at all times. And the best thing to come up with is, what does each door function with, and what can we do to rearrange that? Is there something we can do as far as utilizing different doors? Or if we have 4 doors that do that operation, can I take 2 and then do the other 2 the next phase, and things like that? Communication is key, as well as having the most important people at the meetings that operate these doors. Who's running the inside of the building is just as important as who's outside the building, and keeping everything under control that way as well.
Awesome. So Riley, can you share with us maybe some examples of one of your kind of tough to phase projects and kind of walk us through it just a little bit?
Sure. I had a really difficult to build exit road at a client of ours, manufacturing. And we were taking the truck exit road and expanding it from 2 lanes to 3 lanes out, and also replacing it. And it's on a curve. So as you all know, when semis turn, they need more room. So we're trying to expand the width of the roadway and replace it while semis are turning this corner. And it was quite a challenge. And basically you have to get in the mindset of a semi truck, and then you've got to get in the mindset of the semi truck driver with the lowest ability and cater your traffic control around that. And it was a challenge, but it turned out very well, and we didn't impact operations whatsoever. And that's the main thing. We don't interrupt your business. You keep going what you do, and we'll work around that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Troy, do you have a tough to phase project that you could share a little bit with us about?
Sure. One of the more challenging projects I did was it was a manufacturing project on the East Coast in Virginia, large manufacturing facility. And like Riley's project, we were redoing and expanding the truck entrance and exit and converting from asphalt to concrete. And we were really having a tough time trying to figure out how to keep trucks coming in and out while we were doing these large concrete pours. We had a meeting, the pre-construction meeting. We talked about it extensively with the contractor and all the parties involved, like Jason mentioned. And what we ended up doing was we built a temporary pad next to the area, and we brought in a very large conveyor truck, which has a large boom that can convey the concrete. And it was able to extend across almost the whole project. So we did it at night when traffic was less, not completely, because it's a 24/7 facility. And by using this boom truck, the trucks coming in and out, we're actually able to drive underneath the boom in the open lane while we poured the rest of the lanes. And it worked out really nice. And kudos to the contractor on that job for coming up with that large boom truck that actually was able to allow the semi trucks to drive underneath it while conveying the concrete over to our slabs that we were pouring. So that was probably one of the more challenging projects I've done. These are generally retail sites. Sometimes this does occur when we're doing like an employee parking lot or a visitor's parking lot at a manufacturing or distribution plant. If you've got to shut those handicap stalls down to reconstruct the area, you can move those temporarily, put temporary striping, temporary signs, even temporary handicap ramps in a different area while you're reconstructing the handicap area. That works very well. Or if they have a big enough handicap area, sometimes you can split that in half. Say they have 8-10 handicap stalls, say it's a larger site, you could do half of them at a time. There are ADA requirements that you have a certain amount of ADA parking, but generally during construction, I think it would be they'd be hard pressed to ticket you when you're reconstructing and making them better because you went down to half, especially if there's not people looking to use those stalls. They're generally only used like in a retail situation during the holidays, they're always being used. But if it's earlier in the year, you have those options of shutting half down at a time. But I did a project this year where we actually did move them to a different location, put temporary ramps in up to the sidewalk, and it worked very well.
So how do you maintain customer access to a store if there's work taking place in the front of the store or within the main entrance?
Well, I had a site like that in Staten Island, New York, and the entire front of the store, well, the entire site, all the pavements, all the sidewalks were reconfigured, and it's a busy retail, a lot of foot traffic coming in and out, and the main thing is communication. Honestly, just communicate. People don't know. They're confused. They roll up, they see something's going on, they assume it's going to be a hassle. What do I do now? What do I do now? Signage, walkway this way, arrows, signs are cheap. There's signing contractors all over the place. Just communicate. And that is by far the easiest way to keep your people moving where they have to go. Also, don't underdo the traffic control. Fencing, consider temporary fencing, gives everybody a warm fuzzy that they feel safe on the inside.